know, because like someone, I got a couple questions for you. Someone was like, ask him again, do you think we need a striker? And I think we're both in agreement of that. If we can, obviously we need either cover for Saka or someone that can compete with him. We just need another versatile attacker. You know, as well as I do, central midfield is a massive area that needs to be improved. And I hear the left back thing with Calafiori because, you know, definitely if you go back to the Maries, the Socrates, the Mustafis, sorry for triggering PTSD. But now you look at our options, you've got Saliba, Gabriel, Benjamin White, Timber, asterisk next to Calafiori's name, but it seems like he's coming in. Zinchenko, I know he throws a lot of people and he might not be the guy, but he does have something to offer. Yeah. On the Calafiori front, though, like, obviously, we've seen a lot of turnover on the left-hand side of our pitch. You know, Declan Rice has been over there, seen injuries. What do you make of his signing? And do you think, you know, because I'm sure you've spoken with fans, when everyone's doing their starting back five, it seems like everyone's assuming Timber isn't going to play left-back and whatnot, and he's not in the strongest team. What do you think that means for Timber and Tomiyasu?
I don't
it's good
know.
Problems, though.
Yeah, it's good problems. I don't know because I haven't seen Timber since his knee injury. But let me tell you, if he's fit and he's anything like he was before the knee injury, he probably does start left back. I'm being real. Like he plays, he was so good at fullback, even in the Community Shield game.
So versatile as well.
I know he's naturally a centre back, but he was playing fullback in the preseason and in that Community Shield game. So for me, he plays left back. I think Ben White keeps his position right back. I think it's Saliba and Gabriel in the centre back positions. Let's not forget Tomiyasu can play left back, but I wouldn't put him in. But I think it'd be a Tomiyasu and Ben White fight out for that position. I think Calafiori and Timber, Zinchenko as well be in there as well, be in the list, but it depends what happens. But yeah, I think Timber starts for me. I think if in my opinion, I think Calafiori is going to be fighting for that position. I think he could overtake Timber, but I have to see it. It's Calafiori or Timber, but I don't know what Timber is like since his knee injury. However, Calafiori, I'll be real with everyone. I wasn't an expert. I've done the research. I had to. It's part of my job. It's what I do as well. And he's a perfect profile for Arsenal. I just think there's so much. Some things people don't know as well, or may not have seen, that he's out of the top top 6 leagues. He was first, rated number 1 for centre backs. He was playing centre back obviously last season for most assists with 5 assists. So he's a creator as well. He's not, and that's from centre back. Imagine what he can be doing from left back.
Progressive passes are ridiculous.
Exactly, and as well as being tall, he's 6'2". He's my height. He's quick and he's strong, and I think he has all the capabilities to be the starting left back.
Good problems, man.
Exactly. I just need to see him. One, I need to see Timber back after the injury, and 2, I need to see Calafiori in an Arsenal shirt, because Arteta does this thing where, especially left back, I don't know what left back he wants. Do you want a left back that inverts and becomes a creator, or do you want a left back who's just solid as defending and maybe does the overlap, which is nice because you can have both options. But I don't know what Calafiori is in this Arsenal team. So we'll see.
I think you're bang on the money, man. In that, obviously, you look at last season under Thiago Motta, he's been playing centre half. He's kind of played centre half and left back for Italy. He's played in the back 4 and the back 3. We just don't know really, because obviously form, fatigue, game state, all of these things injuries all play a part as to who's going to be in the starting 11, and they've all got good problems. And I personally feel Arsenal fans, it's like a double-edged sword. We always say we need depth. We need 2 for every position. Then when one comes in, we're always, oh, no, that one's done. They're finished. It's good problems, you know. As you said, Timber and Tommy, they can play all across the back 4. Don't make sure you're not the one that Arteta leaves out. If we've got Timber on the right-hand side with Saka, that could be crazy. If we've got Benjamin, that's crazy. If we've got Timber, that's crazy. Obviously, where Calafiori is concerned as well, he, for me, indirectly puts a bit of pressure on Gabriel, because respectfully to Kirio, I've never really been convinced by you. I think you're a decent player. I don't think you've had the platform. But these are the problems we need. And, you know, you go back a few months ago, we were speaking about it the last time, we've got one of the smallest squads. We need depth. Even the Champions League is a new format now. So I'm all for this. I will give Calafiori time, because obviously he's 22. It's a new league. It's all of that kind of stuff. He needs to learn what Arteta demands of him. But we've got good problems, you know, like Timber's an animal, a unicorn. Calafiori looks great. Looks like one of those looks like a new age defender, but old school Italian brother as well. Tommy, for me, you know, if you're playing against Mo Salah and you need someone just to be onto him, Tommy's your guy. Can't diss Benjamin White. And obviously we got the centre half, man. So we're living. I need
these problems just quickly up in the front 3. That's what I need. I need these problems in the front 3. We have all.
You're not alone, man. And it's weird, bro.
All this good competition defense. When it comes to the front 3, it's like, bro, like we know what we've got. We know who's going to be start. I need that exact same level of competition up front and the exact same quality. But we'll see.
And it's weird that you say that, yeah, because like I agree with you, and I feel a bit mixed on it because we got 91 goals, 100 odd in all comps, and that's promising that we don't have someone that's a prolific bagsman. If anyone would be that, it'd be Saka. But where you look at upgrading or going to the next level, when you look at our front three, as you just said, I love Martinelli, but until you get back to the Martinelli of previous seasons or go up a level, you're kind of in that situation. You know, you look at the right wing, the left wing, and obviously the striker. Only Saka is the one you're like, yeah, you know what? One day you could be Champions League, Premier League winners with him on the right hand side, with the greatest of respect to Kai and Jesus because they've won those trophies, but that level of consistency. So I'm with you. I want those problems. I want those problems all over the field. Like I would say for me, I'm more lean towards central midfield because I just think if anything happens to Jorginho or Partey, we're in problems. And I feel you've got the two pieces to a three-man puzzle now. You've got Odegaard, you've got Rice. Big up the two names I said, but if you get that other one, we're really laughing, man. And again, you know, if you get that midfield, I promise everyone, if we get a midfielder, whether Declan Rice is going to play in the left 8 or he moves to the right and we get that guy, and you've got a Timbo for a prolonged period or a Calafiori, we're going to stop looking so lopsided on that right-hand side because I think there's a lot of things that have gone under the radar. Like there was a lot of turnover at left back and at central midfield. And I do think that affected Martinelli's form. Obviously, he has to hold his own L. That's nothing really to do with it, but we need that. And I'll say the season before the last one that's just gone, that was refreshing because we equally look dangerous down both sides, man. Speaking of centre halves, yeah, someone asked me to ask you this as well. Where does Saliba rank now? Is he the best? Had to.
Yeah, slightly a loaded question because I don't know. It's hard to say. For me, from what we've seen in the campaign, obviously Deschamps put him left centre back, and he coped with it fine. Like he's so versatile, he's so calm. He obviously got in the tournament defender tournament team of the campaign, I guess. You know what I mean?
He didn't go out like Van Dijk playing everybody on side.
Exactly. So I don't want to be recency biased because before the Euros, I would be saying Rudiger because I think he's unreal. I think he's an old school aggressive centre back, and I think I think anyone would hate to play against him. But I think for Saliba, it's hard for me. I think Rudiger's up there for one of being the best in the world. But I think who you'd want in your team, I think for me it is Saliba. But for longevity as well, he's young, he's up and coming. He's kind of got past every test. Had the best defensive record in the league when it came for Arsenal last season. People understand how good he is for his nation as well. Now there's not really the argument of but he doesn't get into his nation side.
Yeah, Deschamps had to change his mind on him now, bro.
Exactly, and I've seen the reports of a lot of French fans loving Saliba. So for me, it's here nor there. I think it's a very close one.
Yeah,
it's a toss up, but obviously my bias will lean towards Saliba. That's why I said it's loaded because I know people in the comments will be like, how can you say that when there's Rudiger and all this? But do you know what? F it, man. Yeah, man. I stand by my player, Saliba, best in the world now. Anyway, definitely.
That's why I asked you, man, because it's techie. Because I think Saliba is, as you said, he's passing every test. You know, whether he can play on the left or the right, it's redundant. He's growing in importance in the French team. You know, the last 2 seasons, he's been pivotal. He's improving so much. You're seeing, I think he's got personality, but he's showing a lot more personality. And the way he talks, he's believing in himself. The only thing that stops him, maybe on form, he's got a debate. I just think it's a double-edged sword, really, because as you said, he's young. He ain't really got that air of longevity that them lot have. And I always ask myself, you know, you look at, let's just say Rudiger, Van Dijk and Saliba. Is Rudiger consistent, like head and shoulders above them? Maybe. Is Van Dijk head and shoulders above them? Maybe. Is Saliba head and shoulders above them? Maybe. I can't convincingly say he's better than the other two, pound for pound, really and truly. I mean, I'd rather have Saliba for longevity, but if we were in a Champions League final or whatever, Saliba don't shoot me, I would lean towards Rudiger. I'm not going to lie, because he would die on that pitch. Not that Saliba wouldn't.
Yeah, well,
it's a techie one.
If it comes to a final, that's what I'm saying. If it goes to a final, you want the experience. You want like a Rudiger in the side. But for me, if you want it in your team for obviously, like I said, longevity for a season or what?
Yeah, Saliba all day of the week, mate. Every week.
Final Rudiger. But then again, it's a tough one because